What's up guys, Viking back here with another Warhammer video. This is the preparation for the Sunday live, which will be this Sunday, the 20th of something February, blah blah blah. So yeah, it's coming this Sunday. And I'll pop the date up there. Here's the date. And so it's come to my attention that a lot of people that watch don't actually know a lot about this game. So I'm just going to refer back to this video for the Sunday Your Campaign Lives. So here are the races. We have the humans, the Empire. These are the start locations. You have pretty much Calfran's in the centre of the world. You have the gold guy. Let's just call him gold guy. No, I'm kidding. The name is just there for you. So there's Balthazar Gelt. You have the humans. So these are sort of spread out after the sort of the main area of the maps for you there, guys. So these are the men of the Empire. These are the starting positions. So it is up to you. We are now going to go, so we start with the Empire. We'll go to the Beastmen. Beastmen, I'll show you all their map locations. You've got One Eye, Dark Omen. These are all these two wizards. You've got the two fighters here, and then you've got Taurox as well. The reason he hasn't got a settlement is because you have to take it. But he's pretty much going to steamroll all the way through here. So these are your beast men right here. Kislev, pretty much the equivalent of Russia. Let's be honest. It is. You have the Ice Queen, Catherine, Kostalton, and Boris, the Bear Rider. So up the top there, you have the Kislev. You have vampires. You have Manfred van Carstein, Henrik Kimmer. This is so you coming into Bretonia in this part here. You have Vladimir. And obviously Isabella. They share the same but different. You've got different abilities there, each very different, and also but the armies are pretty much the same, so different abilities depending on whether you want. One of the first female characters I believe introduced into Warhammer for you right there. And as we go, you've got the last vampire count just off Cafe, so you've got the Grand Cafe here. So that is the vampires for you. Bretonia, basically the French. Sorry, it is. You could argue about it all you like, it pretty much is. You had Lord Luan Lienker, the old man of Bretonia, because he lives like ridiculous amount of years in the Warhammer world. You've got the Bretonias just off the elves, so you've got the Lustria, the jungle there. You have the Lady of the Lake just in Bretonia there, just off Bretonia, coming into the desert, also known for the Warhammer 3 players as the Thunderdome. You will see why it is called the Thunderdome as we go through the races. The Lizard Men, you have Lord Mazdamundi. There is no Croak yet, I really hope they bring him in. Kropgor, Thunderdome, just off Austria. You're going to have most of the Lizard Men here in Austria because that's pretty much where they're from, except from the one part of the Lizard Men here which is almost in Grand Cafe. Oxytotal, you're going to have fighting the giant chicken Cinch. We move on to the Warriors of Chaos. Most of these obviously going to be very close to the Chaos Wastes. Because, you know, that's where they're from. Chaos Wastes here, that's where most of the Chaos are. Obviously not always going to be the same, but you've got the North-South Chaos Wastes. So we'll just dive back into there. So you've got Archaon, You have Heinrich Sunita, I cannot pronounce that. The Golden Prince of Slaanesh himself, and a couple of the demons which have just been brought in for the pack, and then obviously Be'lakor, one of the first demons. Demons of Chaos again up in Norska. Norska himself, we have Wulfric the Wanderer, and we have the Troll King, very close to him up in Norska. Wood Elves! We have, so I'm going to have to do this fairly quick because this video is going to be really long if we go into too much detail. So we have the Wood Elves, obviously most of them going to be sort of centred around most of the wooden parts. Here in the centre, apart from the twins that are just off where the Dark Elves are, and you've got Austria and then the High Elves. Centre just there. Dark Elves, most of these are going to be fairly close in this section of the map here. 2 female characters, nice to see we're getting some females up in there. And so you've got the Beast Tamer, the Demon, you've got Lockyer Fellheart who tries to take over Cathay, and the Witchkin, and the 2 Witch Daughters. That's pretty much what they are in the lore. And you have Nurgle, Chaos God. You have Khorne, Scarbrand, Chaos Demon. You have Cinch, another Chaos Demon, right at the bottom there. Giant Chicken, aka the Giant Chicken. So they're the Demons of Chaos. We go over to my favourite race, the Dwarves. You have High King Falkland Grudgebearer, Slayer King Ungrim Ironcris, Prince Belagar Ironhammer, true King of 8 Peaks, or the true Lord of 8 Peaks. You have the God, Grombrindle the White Dwarf, up where the Chaos Dwarfs are, Chaos are, and the Dark Elves are. And you also have obviously the Tomb Kings, and then the Lizard Men, and Dark Elves, and Good Elves, and all sorts of kind of elves. And you have, looking for his artifacts, you have Thorik Ironbrow here in the Thunderdome. Ogre Kingdoms, only 2 lords at the moment. The rest sort of in the lore are just sort of champions. They don't really live that long, so I guess that's kind of why you only have 2. You have Grease's Goldtooth, the king of the ogres, and we have the Great Moor just off the sort of centre. So you've got the dwarfs here in this mountain, then you've got the border princes, orcs, and all sorts. Then you have the Thunderdome, and you've got the Skaven, the Wood Elves, and then the Empire there. So that's it for the ogres. We've done the Empire. The Skaven, the filthy rat men. You have Queek Headtaker just at the top of the Thunderdome there, which is where he should be because he gets killed by Thorgrim Grudgebearer in the lore. You have Pestilence, which is not too... I would have liked them to be a little bit... Nurgle to be a little bit closer, but it makes sense to where they both are, because that's where the cities are. You have this guy, just... He gets killed so quickly in the lore. Just so quickly. Because he's not really anything to do with the Council of 13. But you have to have rats here, so you've got the beginning of the deserts going in Cathay and in between the dwarfs there. You've got Ichid Claw Leader, the claw leader of technology for the rat men, just here in Skavendom where he should be. The head honcho of the assassin rats, obviously in Grand Cathay, because that's where he learns all his great death master traits, hence why he's called Death Master Snitch. And then Throck the Unclean in the lore again. There should be Gracia Thankwell, to be honest. They could add him in the DLC. Has a massive part in the lore if you read the Gotrek and Felix books. So another potential for a rat lord for you right there. and he is the head mutator, so head guy of experiments, also the only rat that manages to survive in the Chaos Wastes, thanks to the old warpstone. Grand Cafe, you have the two dragons, you have Mao Ying, and we have Zhao Ming, so obviously Grand Cafe, they're not too far apart. The two dragons I give you, so just give you the animation there of them turning into a dragon, which is pretty cool. We have dragon number 1, and we have dragon number 2, who is already in his dragon form, which makes it a lot easier. We have Slanesh just in the Wood Elves. Just in the high elf capital there for you guys. And we move on to the green skins. You have Grimgor Ironhide, so in theory this should be Chaos Dwarfs when they come, which they will be coming. You have Azurg, which is just at the top of the mountains for the dwarfs there. He will be fighting Ungrim Iron Fist. You have Scarbrand at the bottom there, fighting Ungrim Iron Fist and Fulgrim Grudgebearer there. We have Warzerg just at the top of the Thunderdome there, and Grom the Paunch in Bretonia, the Goblin King. Moving on to the Tomb Kings, we have Cetra the Insatiable, the Undying King, the Unruly King. Centre of the Thunderdome there. We have Arcane the Black, follower of Nagash, so technically Nagash should be in the Black Pyramid, I believe. That's where he should sort of come up. But there is supposed to be some sort of underground here, where obviously he's buried somewhere, or the gate to his world of death should be. So if Nagash does come to Warhammer, this should probably be where he comes up. We have some Tomb Kings fighting Grombrindle, the Dark Elves, the Demons, the Elves, the Lizard Men as well. And we have the little Viking lass, Wendy's favourite character, the High Queen, just at the edge of the Thunderdome here, right next to Cropgore. Getting through there very quickly, guys. We are getting through it very quickly. These are all the races for you in Warhammer 3 so far. You have Tyrion, the Swordmaster, aka the next Phoenix King. You have Teclis. He's down here because he is actually doing some stuff in the lore for the gates, closing the gates of the old ones, which he meets Gotrek and Felix for the first time in. You have the High Elf Queen, because I do believe those two get together in the lore at some point. I can't remember if that's right though, but I'm pretty sure that they do get together at some point. So right next, fighting Slanesh, you have the Elf Queen, Alorion. Pretty sure that's how you say it. Anyway, you have the Elf Sniper himself, who's going to bring the fight up to the Chaos Lords. You have not quite the Phoenix King, but it would have been big Phoenix on his banner. Anyway, Thunderdome right here. Obviously, you can use your main capital is right next to Slanesh. So, depending on what you want to do, you can either take Orpheron, or you can go straight into the Thunderdome. Imric, the Dragon Prince, right next to Nurgle and the vampires and the dwarfs, where he should be. And obviously you got the rats down here as well, so he is the only high elf next to Grand Cafe and in between the dwarf cities. And that's it for the high elves. We've done the Demons of Chaos, which leaves us the Vampire Coast. These are the undead pirates of the Warhammer world. Again, fairly close together here. Obviously you've got the sea. Why wouldn't they be where the biggest sea is in the Warhammer world? Luther Harkness, you've got the Count, pretty sure she is the only one who's not dead yet. Still part of the vampire counts, but I don't think she's actually a vampire yet. The other two are. And then obviously you have the ghost lady mermaid thing. Not sure, need to read up on her, but that is it for the vampire coast. You have them fairly close together here, all points of the sea. So there you have it, guys. These are the races. You have Beastmen, Bretonia, Demons of Chaos, the Gods of Chaos, obviously split into their own little factions. Nurgus, you've got Nurgle, you've got the Changer of Ways, Sinch, you've got the Bloodthirster Khorne, and the King of all diseases, Nurgle. You have the Lizard Men, you have Kislev, you have Vampire Counts, Warriors of Chaos, Wood Elves, Norsker, Chaos Lovers, they're humans. You have the Dark Elves, you have the High Elves, you have the Orcs, you have Grand Cafe, the two dragons, you have the Empire, which is the humans, we have Rat Men, we have Ogres, we have Dark Elves, we have Dwarfs, and I believe that is everybody, and obviously Wood Elves and Vampires. So you've got Vampires and then Pirates, Vampire Pirates basically. So these are all the current races in Warhammer. Obviously you're going to probably have Chaos Dwarfs. There is potential room for Halflings, which ally with the Empire. You have the Mer people, which they sort of touched on in the Vampires count. So there are potential 3 more races coming, which you could do, it depends. But at the moment these are the races you have to choose from. If you don't know the lords, you can just have a look, just Google them. Here are the races. We've gone through the leaders as well, so put your votes in, guys, and I will see you on Sunday. Leave the comments on this video, and of course you can go to the Discord or the Facebook page if you wish. The links are in the description down below. I will see you very soon, guys, and if I don't see you on Sunday, I will see you in Valhalla. Bye for now.